with this guy. They've got two things that you just look, click, he's probably going to die. Unstoppable Force as well as Eudora. So this is going to be a very interesting game.
It's going to be, and at the same time as well, it's going to be very situational for Chiku as well, because there's, like you said, not many skills he can dodge inside this game. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first game of the first day of the playoffs between RED Reborn and Team TODAK. Who will take it all? Please comment down in the comment section below, all of you fans, to see who will be your winner here for this first game.
Yep, I'm already starting to get jitters here. I'm warming up. I'm warming up. It's the first game of the playoffs here. It's gonna be TODAK versus RED Reborn. Let's get this ball rolling.
Speaking of rolling, we're gonna see how E1 rolls with that Bosskurr as well, because his rotation gangs will be very crucial to decide that early game towards that mid-game transition.
You know, I was about to say game going, and I wanted to say ball rolling, and they just kind of meshed together into... yeah, no, they really did. They really, really did. Like, I was having two separate trends of thought at the same time that kind of just synthesized into one uncohesive statement. But no, speaking of my uncohesiveness, I'm interested to see Chakbu's performance on the Eudora. Yes, it's one of those simple-to-use heroes, but it's the complexity and how aggressive you can be. What can Chakbu get away with in this game?
I mean, it's a little bit difficult to tell as well, because Eudora is just one of those heroes where you just have to have that position hands down. Performance, you're just got to be a little bit careful. But then again, with the rotation and the system of E1 giving up that backbone support, he's going to be able to get out of that with just a couple of harass on himself.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. For Mezzi, he just cannot play the game as long as Eudora is you know, continuing to pressure this top side. The rest of TODAK is making the call, hey, you can kind of stick around. We can help you out if something happens. E1 is just looking for Eudora at this point in time, but it really just doesn't matter. His damage losing life this early into the game isn't necessary. You're going to have to keep it up until your hyper carries hit that level 4, and then you might want to consider the fight.
Ooh, anyway, here comes Mom getting ready to pop the ejector. Just want to see if you can find an opportunity, but sadly, no, seeing the number of people of TODAKs on that side as well. They're slowly going to back off and wait for a better opportunity. But what I'm really interested as well, that since Mom was actually playing the Giant, I was really surprised that he wasn't really being super aggressive on the blue side, which was actually quite crucial for Lancelot.
Speaking of which, they've already got the ejector as well. Wow, what a fast hit coming in from RED Reborn, all using the Dark Knight Falls to find the rest of the team. And TODAK, they are just too late to respond to this. Mal did take a significant number of damage from the tower, but besides that, perfect dive.
No, they have to make a play, especially since they cannot waste too much time. They're already on the top side, and once they saw the Damos and even Chiku towards that bottom lane, they know, all right, they have no one here. There's only 3 of them, and 4 of us. We have more control and early game nukes. We have to make a play, and they did, resulting in that first blood.
I mean, most importantly, it's at minimal sacrifice as well. They lost absolutely nothing off of that. No, not even like the side waves or even turret damage in general. So well done to RED Reborn, starting off this game strong. TODAK on the other side, I thought they would be a little bit more aggressive with Moon, but I think they're just going to wait till level 4, realizing very quickly that they're going to get outdone by both Jawhead and as well as the Eudora.
It's really hard for TODAK to be as aggressive as they used to be as well, because one, you have Mal with the Claw, who's instantly able to with the Battle Mirror image to make every fight and every clash very passive in his favor. And of course, with the Hellcats, with that Silence, which is really, really annoying, a disruptive spell that can really put both Moon and Chiku in their place.
Yep, Aaron might be in a little bit of trouble here as E1 gets chucked back over into the turtle pit. But now the rest of the team is pulling in hard. Raging Sandstorm coming in from Silo. Can he pick up X-Ray? He's still sustaining. 1 HP left and finally goes down over. The rest of the team is going to continue to push on through. Aaron is already down, and that's just the beauty of Tortoise Poissance. Like, you think it doesn't do a lot of damage, but in the early stages of the game when you have no items, that thing really stings.
It does. It really, really does. But then again, now RED Reborn just has a rough idea where, like, alright, we can't really clash that early because Mal needs more item, Claude needs more item to deal even more damage, because since RED Reborn had the upper hand in that clash as well, they only able to trade it 1-for-1, which is pretty much not what RED Reborn was really trying to go for here.
I mean, yeah, I mean, 1-for-1, obviously not exactly the best position for RED Reborn, on top of the fact that they did lose the turtle as well. But look at Chiku here. He's now in trouble. Perfect execution, trying to get on top of Chakbu. He finds an opportunity. Now Mal's in trouble, getting hit by the Battle Mirror image.
Oh!
No! It's not going to be enough. Bomb comes in real hard with the Unstoppable Force as well, and not even the Battle Mirror image could save him at this point in time. He's getting hit by everything. The juggling aggro perfectly coming out of TODAK with a strong rebuttal after that early top lane dive.
No, Mom, get the camera because I just got dived by 3 members and juggled around like a pinball. Whoa, that's definitely not the kind of situation where Mom really wants to be in. Just really unfortunate. Whoa, that his flicker was still off cooldown.
Right?
Yeah, and what's even amazing that the fact that 4Miss is still actually just solo pushing, split pushing that bottom lane without any disruption at all. So he's having, although yes, he did give the first blood away, but with the lane swap, now it's slowly working back into his favor.
Yes, the classic. If it's how is it not a TODAK game if we don't get the classic pause?
Oh yes, it definitely has to. it has to have that one pause because all the players and all the fans gotta calm down, you know? That's
yeah,
like,
no. I mean, after that play, it's like, how do you not need to like just take a chill pill, just like, just take a moment to be like, what in the world just happened there?
Can you imagine Mom just like instantly just drop the phone? I need a thing! I need a thing! Stop, pause the game! I need to drink water! And speaking of water, you guys make sure you gotta drink that water for yourself because it's very important to stay hydrated. And of course, we have 4 epic games gonna be happening to us today.
Yeah.
With all your favorite teams, you gotta be shouting as much as possible. And when I mean shouting, put that caps lock and spam in that comment section.
just keep it on all caps all the time.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. We get it. But yeah, you know, I feel like it's a little weird, especially because we bring up the joke about the TODAK pause almost all the time, but sometimes it's not even them calling for the pause, and people are like, no, it has to be them, right? They heard us. They're onto us. They're onto us, Leonard.
They're like, get it, Leonard, just for you guys. Well, pause right now. Right here. We can hear every word. It's live stream, guys.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. But either way, so let's see the current lineups we have, right? We have one that's really great. Both teams has really great engaging team composition heroes,
yes,
right?
yes.
But which one do you prefer in particular?
Honestly, I prefer RED Reborn's one, of course, because there's a lot more synergy between the ultimates in comparison to just strong standalone ultimates coming in for the side of TODAK. I mean, yes, you are kind of waiting for the Boxia to follow, to kind of go in, but then you're also waiting for Moon to land one of the Abyssal Arrows in comparison to, oh, I just have to walk up close enough and I basically can guarantee a free hit.
I mean, definitely for sure. And like, yes, I do support TODAK. That's my prediction as well. But this game is just relatively harder for TODAK because, like I mentioned, like what I mentioned inside the game as well, with the existence of not just Cloud with the Battle Mirror image to get out of the fight, but you also have the Hellcut and the Jawhead to just keep you in place. And Chiku, let's be honest, is definitely going to be a really easy game for Chiku because his decision making, deciding when to go into the fight is definitely relatively easy. But whether he can make up for it, because right now in this game, instantly, Mom gets assassinated once again alongside with Chiku. But here we got 4 men, man. I'm offended as he pulls Chakpo back towards his death here.
Ooh, that was played so well by TODAK. They absolutely broke them apart. Yes, they did lose 3 members, but it allowed CeeLo to actually get a push. So on the bright side of things, they are trying to mitigate the damage with Global Gold. But even so, TODAK played that fight so well, methodically taking out the right targets, isolating them by themselves to allow people to kind of juggle the aggro with the turret, and more importantly, look for those hard punishes.
This is where I was gonna say, like, since yes, 5v5 is gonna be a really tough competition when it comes to the clash, but when it comes to the pickoffs, TODAK has it a little bit more better.
I mean, of course they do, but you know, it's one of those things where it's a preemptive strike. Who makes the first move? And even though they can see it, RED Reborn can't necessarily defend against it because for Messi, he was able to kind of jump in with the flicker to kind of catch them off guard to get those follow-up kills later on. So I think RED Reborn overall, I wouldn't say they are underestimated, but they got to be a lot more aware of when these flickers are up because these plays can only be made every 80 seconds.
But CeeLo definitely not having the best time with his life as well, trying to use the Desert Tornado to do as much damage as possible, but the moves, one shot, GG! Shadow Abyssal Arrow will be able to connect on our dear friend Maul here, resulting in his own deaths.
Yeah. Once again, the pauses are coming in. That's going to be 3 for 3 here.
I mean, you know what they say, third time's the charm, right?
Well, hopefully, you know, third time is the charm this time round. But yeah, especially with the side of TODAK, I was expecting Red Reborn to kind of dominate the early game here. I just didn't expect Red Reborn to hit back so quickly because they were waiting for their big ultimates here. Ruby basically doesn't do anything until she's level 4. The same goes for Lancelot, but he's the core, so he gets a lot more EXP faster. Eudora at level 2 overall was more useful than all of them combined pre-level 4. So that's why I was definitely thinking that it was going to be a lot more aggressive for the side of Red Reborn, which we did see. I just didn't expect it to stop just there.
No, it's more like, I believe in that situation, it's more like they just started falling back. It's not that they didn't want to. It's more like they just like reminded themselves like, hey, they have their ultimates. Ruby has his I'm offended. They have all their ultimates. They have all their skills. Please be aware about it, because this is pretty much where TODAK tells us, like, all right, if you're aggressive towards us in the early game, then we're gonna fight back towards you guys when it goes towards that mid-game transitioning, and that's pretty much where we saw TODAK, especially before the pause as well. They started asserting dominance, placing Abyssal Trash, getting control of that jungle, forcing members of Team Red Reborn to fall all the way back to and start hugging their towers, pretty much like how they forced Formez to do in the early game.
Yeah, no, you're correct. You're absolutely right. I'm thinking, sorry, I got distracted because I was thinking about the compositions and a lot of the similarities actually between the compositions. Both of them, they have different ways of engaging. That's fine. But overall, in terms of their hero picks, they both have scaling. That makes sense. But they also, it gets a little bit interesting when you go into the support section, because a lot of them are very snowbally type supports. Eudora in comparison to Selena. Obviously, one is scales a lot better than the other, and the other one can truly one-shot you without you really realizing it. And that's what's really scary here, because the only difference is the range of which somebody gets stunned at.
Yeah, I mean, like, the real curious thing I want to do is that Mom playing the Jawhead, like you said, I'm pretty sure we both can agree as well, right? That we expected aggression. I expected Mom to just constantly jump in and throw people back with the ejector. By the way, this time Mom's going to quickly have a fall back. But same goes for E1, and Aaron was, Formez! Not going to be able to connect his ultimate at all. Throws out the emote just because he's, you know, a little sad, you know?
Yeah, it's just the pride, and like you gotta make sure you gotta hit those when they matter. But luckily for TODAK, at least it zoned him off enough to get this tower. And look at the amount of turns they have. TODAK, they are just playing a very, very solid game here overall. Just 5-1 turret difference here. Already starting a 7k gold lead, putting them at a 7k deficiency at 7 minutes into the game.
I mean, this is pretty much where we just see the clear difference of when you pick a hero that just needs to constantly farm compared to the Lancelot, who can just, even though yes, he still needs that item to deal even more damage, but just having the Blade of Hatchet alone is enough for him to actually go for the assassin or execution for himself compared to the Claude.
Yeah, and they are, even though they are losing map control for the side of Red Reborn here, it doesn't mean they're completely out of the game. However, I think TODAK, what they're doing overly efficiently, is taking those structures and looking for the punish at the same time. Red Reborn, they haven't been able to touch their jungle for a long period of time here, and Aaron really has to be playing around the outskirts. He's going all as far as to get to the Beetle because he knows that the rest of the enemies are on top side here. Bomb trying to get out of that stun, but the Abyssal Arrow and Trap is going to be way too much damage, and Moon isn't going to hesitate for the kill shot.
Oh man, speaking of punishment, that is the punishment which we all been waiting for and expecting as well, and especially with that one picked up on Mom as well, that's going to be allowing X-Ray to get a Queen Swing for himself. A lot more sustain, less cooldown as well, means dealing even more damage. But what's even better, what TODAK is also doing as well, is the fact that they're being very disciplined in the fact that, alright, we're not going to just hug the jungle all the time. Our goal, the reason why Red Reborn wants to go to the jungle is because they want to farm, right? They clear the camps, they clear everything else, then they back out and they just stick with each other again. There is never one time they're actually really split off too far from each other. Even if they went for the split push, they're always at least very close to each other to re-assist here.
Yeah, yes they are. That is a very good point. Just their positioning in general has been really great, but just look at the efficiency of their pathing. Like overall, like you can see the way that they're moving. They go to wave, go to the jungle, and they make their way to the objective that they need to be at that point of time. They are on the ball. This is the best we've seen TODAK by far, and RED Reborn, I don't think they were ready for this kind of efficiency. Not even aggression, just pure efficiency coming out of TODAK.
Dude, I love what Damas is doing as well. Like, he could clearly go for the clear as well, but he's waiting. Because both side lanes, the minions actually walks a little bit slower compared to the mid lane. He's waiting for the both sides to at least move a little bit forward before he clears it out. That way, all three lanes will hit those inhibitors at the same time.
Yeah, but it comes to the big question, you know, like, they are just buying. They know that they are ahead. They know that they are stronger in almost every aspect, but they can't break into those inhibitors without the lore. They just don't have the tools or the resources to take a 5-on-5 under inhibitor turrets.
I mean, definitely for sure, because RED Reborn liner, remember, not only are they really great at that for that defense, but most importantly, really great at punishing should you actually go and overextend yourself. By the way, first law is currently out as well, and noticing the fact that RED Reborn was able to get a little bit of free way to go towards that Mao lane, they know that this law is currently being taken, and they can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, this is the trap here. If RED Reborn walks out, they get absolutely destroyed. If TODAK does it really, really slow, RED Reborn, there's nothing much they can do. So it's a win-win situation that RED Reborn can't necessarily answer at this point of time. They are down by 8 kills. They are down by literally 11k gold 10 minutes into the game.
Oh,
they
yes.
they pretty much lost the early to mid game. And as we start rolling into the late game, RED Reborn, they're probably going to have to sacrifice one of their inhibitors at the very minimum.
I mean, definitely for sure. The thing is, I'm pretty sure RED Reborn doesn't mind like sacrificing like 1 or 2 inhibitors, because just as long as Maul is able to get all those items for himself, once Claws actually starts popping off, then it's going to be a really difficult game for actually TODAK to really contest against that, because Claw does, although yes, right now it doesn't do as much, but once he gets even more items here, more damage items, he's going to be super significant, and there's no way they can actually stop him here.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he does have the Golden Staff as well as the Demon Hunter's Sword, which is kind of nice, but when you put him into comparison with Chiku, who's already at level 15 and going for the big ticket items, it is tough. But now the fight is going to occur here. Aaron now in trouble, gets absolutely destroyed. The Blazing Duet coming in from Mao, trying to get some good AoE onto Moon there, but the rest of the team in the backline, oh, the Raging Sandstorm was able to come out at the perfect time to kind of clear out that wave and getting that free kill onto E1. They are too low and too weak to keep this fight up. X-Ray trying to zone out Mao, but he goes back into the battle mirror image. The perfect execution doesn't land. 2 inhibitors down, and Mom still alive. Mao has to make this work for him, because TODAK are coming guns blazing with game 1 in the bag.
Oh, dude, it was, let me tell you something, guys. It was so punishing. The minute the Helka, or Aaron in this case, got instantly picked up, the minute Aaron fell, Chico was pretty much just clapping his hands. He was saying, I can go in. No one can stop me. No one can silence me. Although, yes, there is the existence of the Jawhead, but Mom has already committed the ejector and unstoppable force. Nothing can hold Chiku down, and he just literally went in and just sliced, and he dies all the way to the top.
Yeah, I mean, well played.
Alright, thank you kepada English as well as Malay casters. Untuk semua tak tahu, I will handle untuk both sides. So welcome English and Malay viewers, and also thank you kepada Wen and Susan for doing my makeup. I feel absolutely fabulous. So, macam mana pun, kita baru saja nampak perlawanan pertama between RED Reborn as well as TODAK, where we can see that TODAK won a lot. But why? That is always the question. Why and how did they win? And the answer is the power spike as well as denying the power spike as well. So we will see dia punya highlight yang dibawakan khas oleh Yudu untuk nampak apa yang betul-betul berlaku dekat dalam game kita tadi. Dekat awal-awal ni kita boleh nampak RED Reborn, mereka fokus dekat bahagian gold lane. Tapi this might be a mistake as well. Disebabkan pada pendapat saya, it's not something that they want to do early game sebab diorang nak fokuskan farm kepada Mal. And unfortunately, they couldn't do that because they keep... Okay, over here, I want to pause this right now because I want everyone to pay attention at the levels, okay? Pay attention at Chiku's level as well as Mal's level. You guys boleh nampak, level 8 lawan dengan level 6. And kenapa benda ni penting? Number 1, Chiku menggunakan Lancelot Assassin. Mal menggunakan marksman. So the level difference ni, 2 level difference, rasa macam 4 level difference. And why the level is so important? Because when you level up, you boleh letak points dekat you punya skill. And sekarang ni Chiku, dia dah level 8. So dia at least ada 2 points dekat dia punya ultimate, 2 points dekat first skill, and more importantly, 4 point dekat dia punya second skill. So kita boleh tengok, kita boleh teruskan the clip to show the level ataupun the power difference between the both of these carries. As we can see, the damage from Chiku is too much. So yeah, unfortunately this circle will not go away, so it's fine. We will go through with the clip anyway. We can see that Chiku, because of his power level or his power spike, he is able to go super aggressive and unable to be taken down just because he has extra stats in his hero kit as well as the damage. Look at the Torn Rose damage over there. So dekat sini TODAK, dorang dapat tahu yang Assassin, yes, Assassin dia kena aggressive awal-awal, tetapi dia lebih kepada mid game punya timing. Awal-awal tu dia just fokus dekat farming. Dia dapat farm, dia dapat dia punya level. Sepatutnya pada pendapat saya level 7 dia dah boleh go aggressive, tapi dia tunggu untuk level 8. So that's pretty interesting juga. And dekat sini saya nak pause juga just untuk tunjuk where apa yang team TODAK lakukan is diorang buat satu line dekat sini di mana dia pastikan tak ada sesiapa daripada team RED Reborn diorang boleh pergi ke depan. And this is denying disebabkan team RED Reborn, mereka ada Cloud, mereka ada Helker, di mana dua-dua hero ni, they want farm, they want levels, they want the gold. But creating a single line, making sure that no one can get past that, denies them of the objective. And the thing is, as long as they stay at their own places over here, they stay here as well as here, they will continue to get the minion farm. They will still get the levels, they will still get the gold. So they will still get stronger and they are still denying the farm from them. And kenapa diorang boleh manage ni bagus? Sebab bila Lord, whenever the Lord is coming up over here, they started pushing, okay? They started pushing the lane here and here because they wanted vision and they wanted map control. So overall, I boleh cakap yang team TODAK, they have fully understood the power spike of their own heroes as well as how to play the map to make sure that they can deny any kind of farming from the enemy side, as well as they know whenever they want the Lord, they do not have to freeze anymore. They just push the minions, giving vision as well as a threat. If they want to contest the Lord, the minions will still keep pushing. So either way, the enemy team will lose. So kita akan teruskan klip dekat sini untuk tunjuk betapa tingginya impact dorang dapatkan advantage pada bahagian mid game and memastikan team RED Reborn dorang tak boleh nak buat apa-apa pada bahagian late game. Dorang boleh terus endkan dekat sini just because of the disparity of the farm and the level advantage yang didapatkan oleh Chiku. So, kita akan terus tengok itemization daripada kedua-dua team ni untuk nampak what really happen dekat dalam game. Kita tengok itemization daripada Chiku. Terlebih dahulu, tak banyak perubahan. Raptor Machete, Endless Battle, Blade of Heptasis, and of course, just in case kalau dia buat apa-apa mistake, dia ada Queen's Wings. Mal, walaupun dia dah ada Diamante Sword, dia dah ada Golden Staff. Tapi, macam Ikuto cakap, the thing that is scary about Claude is whenever he has the 10 stacks, his attack speed is way beyond crazy. But he cannot get any stacks, not from the minions, not from enemy heroes. And kalau dia dapat stack pun, maximum yang rasa dia boleh dapat is 8 sebelum dia kena burst down. And the thing is, burst down, he has to make sure that he has a lot of space between TODAK because he has to look at Chiku as well as Fome with the Ruby. If Ruby uses I'm Offended, he is not using Purify, he is using a shield. So he cannot get away. Whenever he's crowd controlled, he cannot get away, he just has to sustain the damage. Team RED Reborn, in my opinion, their mistake is they want to give advantage to Mao in the early stages of the game by forcing a lot of plays around the gold lane, which is good. I can see the idea. But because the execution was not executed well, because Team TODAK, they managed to hold the lane pretty well, giving time after securing the turtle. Chiku got a turtle, he went level 7, and then after that, he just got level 8. He was managed to gank the gold lane, managing to kill 2 people, as well as the other kill, I think, went to E1. But yeah, amazing plays by Team TODAK. So, right now kita akan tengok post-game stats to see the damage numbers from both of these teams. The gold difference, TODAK has a lot of gold, 40,000 gold. RED Reborn cuma 24,000 gold sahaja. The rich guy dan the carry akan diberikan kepada Chiku. 868 gold per minute. 33,000 damage from Chico. Sandbag akan diberikan kepada Mom dengan 53,000 damage yang dia absorb. Forgotten One. Assist paling banyak Iwan dengan 7. Kita tengok damage numbers daripada team Red Reborn terlebih dahulu. Damage yang paling tinggi adalah Eudora disebabkan walaupun Eudora boleh dikatakan sebagai OG hero, tetapi selepas dia kena revamp, the damage numbers is actually quite high, and disebabkan dia punya damage adalah AOE, dia boleh hit ramai orang, so of course damage dia akan lebih tinggi. And honestly, Claude 14,000 damage is quite okay for this game sebab dia tak boleh nak lakukan apa-apa sangat. Lepas dia dapat dia punya golden staff, yes, he can injure Moon. Tapi you tengok, Moon pun boleh duduk dekat dalam Blazing Duet sangat-sangat lama. So, cerita pasal Moon, kita akan tengok damage numbers from Team TODAK. We can see there's a huge difference. Lancelot, 33,000. The second best thing is Moon with the 17,000 damage, as well as X-Ray with the Thamus with 16,000, almost 17,000 as well. So kita boleh nampak dekat sini, damage yang paling tinggi sememangnya Chico disebabkan dia bila dah dapat dia punya power spike, dia terus force a lot of team fights. And ini bagus disebabkan team TODAK, diorang punya mentality of langgar. Whenever kita orang dah cukup kuat, kita langgar je. We don't care what they want to do because kita tahu yang kita lagi kuat. And based on the draft, sememangnya diorang jauh lebih kuat. Disebabkan team Red Reborn, mereka tak banyak hero yang boleh peel untuk Claude. Yang banyak support dia is the Eudora, and Eudora cuma boleh stun sikit. But anyways, that is the post-game stats of the two teams. Selepas ni kita akan tengok MVP of the game. And based on performance kat tadi, saya rasa tak ada sesiapa yang akan terkejut bila MVP akan diberikan kepada Chico. 25% total team goal earn, 2,855 damage per minute, match KDA 507, average KDA 12, Lord killed 1, and of course average hero level adalah 15. Itemization seperti yang kita dah cakap tadi, Raptor Machete, Blade of Heptasis, Endless Battle, dan juga untuk survivability sikit, dia ada Queen's Wings. And dekat dalam game tadi, honestly, kalau dia siapkan dia punya Blade of Despair, saya rasa tak ada sesiapa yang boleh tahan damage daripada Chico. And to be honest, nampak macam dia tak perlukan pun Blade of Despair kat situ disebabkan level difference terlampau beza. So, congratulations kepada team TODAK di mana mereka nampak yang mereka ada good understanding on the heroes yang diorang pakai as well as how to control the map untuk make sure that the enemy team tak ada peluang pun nak dapatkan comeback. Persoalannya, adakah mereka boleh lakukan kepada game kedua? And kita boleh tengok Mal masih suka menggunakan marksman. Tetapi macam mana mereka nak jaga Mal dekat situ? Maybe selepas ni dia kena fikir untuk menggunakan Purify. Macam mana pun kita akan pergi balik dekat kita punya host dekat dalam sequence quickie. So please, our host, please take it away. Here you go.
Thank you Lafel untuk analisis yang sangat terperinci. Now, welcome back to MPL Quickie.
Betul tu guys, macam kita baru je tengok perlawanan pertama di antara TODAK melawan Red Reborn 14-3. Wow.
Menarik sekali.
Betul tu. Langgar je macam hashtag diorang TODAK langgar. Tapi selepas ni kita akan umumkan pemenang pertama untuk Make a Wish campaign. Tapi sebelum tu kita ada nak baca komen sikit. Betul tak user?
Okay. Baca komen ni.
Comment is the best.
Komen daripada Red Reborn dan juga TODAK. So Yingzer, banyak-banyak komen ni, you suka komen yang mana? Ayah dia nampak tadi, dia kata kalau Red Reborn menang, dia akan berhenti merokok.
Oi, best komen ni.
Betul, daripada Abel. So daripada TODAK pula?
Daripada TODAK, I nak user pilih.
Okay, kata Amin Hero, Chico is another level.
Betul tu. Jadi kebanyakan komen yang kita dapat adalah masing-masing sokong Chico. Betul, diorang kata dah agak dah Chico mesti MVP semua ni. So banyak komen yang macam tu, betul tak Nabil?
Komen positif semua ni, baguslah diorang faham kita.
Ya, tapi kita pun dah boleh agak daripada segi permulaan game sebab ramai cakap hero ni, hero tu, tapi tu bergantung kepada prediction diorang sendiri. Dan sekarang kita nak bagi tahu pula siapakah pemenang utama untuk Make a Wish gift campaign.
Yes,
Right. Excited lah.
Saya excited nak tengok siapa pemenang.
You excited tak?
Excited,
Yang ni,
of course.
betul. So Make a Wish campaign ni, kalau korang komen, korang akan dapat apa saja yang korang hajatkan tadi. Betul tak Yingzer?
Betul.
Macam Yingzer cakap tadi kan? So you dah ready ke untuk umumkan pemenang kita?
Dah ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
You pun
Okay.
ready? Fiera pun ready?
Betul, ready. So kita akan tengok di skrin sekarang dalam kiraan 1, 2, 3.
Stop.
Dan stop.
Afiq J.
Tanya. So ini adalah adalah pemenang untuk Make a Wish campaign kita. And apa yang dia nak sebenarnya semua?
Jadi Afiq JB dia minta all marksman heroes epic and limited skin. Okey lah. Dia tak tamak sangat. Dia hanya nak all marksman heroes je.
All marksman hero. Dia tak ada tak all semua fighter assassin semua tu tak. Tapi untuk para pemenang ni jangan risau, pihak production sendiri akan contact you guys. Betul tak Nabil? Sekarang kita ada giveaway ke?
Giveaway ada. Aku tak suka giveaway.
Kita ada giveaway daripada mana Nabil?
Daripada Team TODAK dan RED Reborn.
Betul tu. Tapi cuma ada satu saja jersey daripada TODAK dan juga RED Reborn tapi tanpa sign daripada pemain. Yingzi boleh tunjukkan?
Alright. Yang ini merupakan jersey dari tim TODAK yang baru kan?
Yang baru sebab ini adalah colour purple and black. Macam korang nampak sekarang adalah red dan black, betul tak? Tapi ini adalah purple. So kalau korang nak dapatkan, ini adalah giveaway tapi cuma satu saja yang bertuah. Kalau nak beli pun boleh ke laman web.
Orang yang bertuah tu sangat-sangatlah bertuah. Kita boleh bagi satu je tau. Kita bagi satu je.
Betul. Kalau Red Reborn pula Nabil?
Red Reborn.
Red Reborn pula kat sini.
Ya.
Red and red.
All
Betul tak?
classic.
Betul tu. Dan pemenang ini juga kita akan umumkan bukan online tapi pihak production juga yang akan kontak korang sendiri melalui Facebook page selepas match pertama. Betul tak Nabil? Betul tu. So Yingzi, kalau you kan diberi pilihan, pilih satu je ni. Tadi you dah pilih TODAK. Kalau untuk jersey pula you pilih mana?
I merupakan orang yang sangat tamak. Jadi I dua-dua pun mau.
Dua-dua pun mau.
Okay, kalau macam I, kalau ikut design, I masuk ke TODAK lah sebab colour dia purple. Thank you.
Cantik.
Tapi okey, kita orang pun dah tengok dah shot dah ni, tengok jersey ni, tapi kita dah nak get ready untuk match kedua. Mungkin player pun tengah take a rest dulu, ada yang pergi toilet ke, minum air dulu pun kita tak tahu.
Ada yang rehatkan tangan.
Betul, sebab perlawanan kedua inilah yang mendebarkan sebab kalau 2-0 ini yang akan menentukan siapakah tim yang akan mara ke semifinal besok dan loser untuk match kali ini akan lawan dengan winner untuk match yang ketiga. Tapi kita harap bukan 2-0 lah.
Kita harap mencara 1-1, 2-1.
Betul. Kalau Yingzi, you rasa macam mana? Apa expectation you untuk next match ni?
I tak berani expect apa-apa. Apa kata Fiera?
I pun tak berani juga. Apa kata Nabil? Lelaki lah. Sebab dia seorang lelaki kat sini. So apa-apa kita bagi dia.
Sebab I memang bukan jenis expect apa-apa kan. So I expect yang terbaik je.
Expect yang terbaik.
Jawapan yang baik.
Betul.
Jawapan yang baik.
Okay, rasanya player pun dah get ready and audience pun dah nak masuk ke match kedua. Kita akan pass semula kepada caster kita, English caster and BM caster. Take it away. Bye.
Thank you to our amazing host and of course our special analysis, Lourve. Thank you, my man, for giving us such a straight-up analysis on what actually went down in game number 1. So, but then again, how do you feel about that game, though? Honestly,
no, I thought it was a great way that TODAK was actually playing the game. It was very smart, very intelligent, and they took full advantage for the fact that RED Reborn needed a moment to breathe and plan out what they were going to do, and TODAK just pounced on it. Take a deep breath. All right, I'm just gonna spray more gasoline to this fire.
And what's even better as well is the fact that they realized that the fact like, hey, you pick Claude when I pick a Lancelot. I have a little bit more better spike compared to the Claude as well.
Agreed.
They totally just stomped everywhere they went, dude. Everywhere. There was nowhere that RED Reborn literally had anywhere to go.
No, they did some very smart things. A lot of basic things that they were putting into play, like freezing the lanes and making sure, like, yeah, there's nothing we can do on the map except, you know, take away all of your jungle and all of our jungle, and we'll just sit here and wait until you walk out. And if you don't walk out, you're just gonna starve, and I'm gonna get stronger. So win-win.
That's pretty much just stealing everything from them, right?
Well, this is what we call oppression. So it doesn't get better than this.
Segregation.
No, I think it's far worse. It's far worse because they really are just making sure that, you know, they are the 1% while everybody else is essentially homeless, if not you're trying to break into their home. Either way, this could be talking about bigger topics, but
extinction.
Yes, it really was. It was a smart way of playing the game, and I think with the composition that they have, that is the necessary steps to actually do so. Because had this game dragged on even longer, I think Hellcurt as well as Claw would have will pop off. They wouldn't have an issue. Lancelot would auto attack, literally use any ability on a Hellcurt one time, and then just sit there waiting until the silence is done.
I mean, yeah, definitely for sure. But then again, or could it be another Lourve punt? You know?
I don't know. I don't know about
for the RED Reborn, just saying.
I I want to say it could be one of his predictional, like, you know, one of his magic predictions that he somehow either gets it completely wrong or 100% correct.
Right.
Yeah. But the thing is, I don't know which is it. But only after this best of 3, at least I'll get somewhat of an idea and see what kind of a streak he's on.
So that means we're putting this on hold first.
Yeah, we're putting this on hold first
right,
because I don't want to be uncertain, like, and just say like, oh no, LaFell, he's having a bad day. You gotta avoid his predictions because there are days where he is just spot on, like every single one of them, and that's what's really scary.
Yeah, I mean, except the one game where I sided with him to go with the team Bosskurr against Geek Fam.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Gambling's bad, kids. Remember, don't gamble. Drink water, you know?
Drink water. Don't turn your hair pink.
But since you guys are here as well, do check us out and also your favorite fans on both our social media tags. We also have both Facebook and Instagram. Our Facebook, that being Facebook, I believe our Facebook is going at MPL-MY and for the Instagram is at MPL.MYSG.official. But either way, let's quickly jump into the second drafting of today here with the RED Reborn. Team TODAK and RED Reborn still going to be sticking on the blue side. So they have first pick and first ban. And starting off, still getting rid of that targeted and respectful of Chiku's picks.
And that's why I learned every time you print it out, just, you know, increase the font like tenfold. Just make sure.
Yeah, I know.
That looks like fine print from here.
Yeah, it's a really small thing. I'm just like, what was that again?
What was it? I can't read.
No. And the worst part about it is that I knew what it is. It's just that
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
you
just
know?
want to make sure. Just like if I say it wrong, people's gonna be like, hey, wait a minute, this is Instagram.
Wait a minute, this is, yeah, no, I totally get you here. But now coming into this second game, they've already, right off the bat, nothing much has changed. You know, RED Reborn still on blue side, and TODAK probably choosing to be on the red side once more. Ling, okay, it's pretty much exactly the same ban for now. TODAK, they did push up the Roger though.
I mean, whether they push up the Roger or not, it's still exactly going to be the exact same ban. It's just a matter of how they're going to be doing it. But right now, RED Reborn, like I said, first game is always testing the water here. And RED Reborn already fully realizing as well that the fact that, alright, we cannot play these long games against Team TODAK, whose entire lineup has always been very aggressive and always hitting that early game spike. So instantly RED Reborn will be stealing away Moon's personal favorite here. There goes to Selena, but that still opens up other picks for themselves on the side of Team TODAK.
Yeah, E1, he's going to go straight away into the box here without a doubt here, but this time they're going to be starting off with the Uranus, so it's going to be an off-lane opening here for the side of TODAK here. RED Reborn, they could look to match because there's still some decent matchups. Khalid is still open to actually go into that Uranus matchup, and it's not that bad overall. However, RED Reborn need to start deciding whether or not they needed to pick up, you know, a carrier or a claw to actually deal with these tanks. Instead, they are going to go for the Harith with the Helker instead. I kind of like that.
It's let's be honest here, right? It's very soft. A lot of nukes, a lot of like team fight potential, but very soft compared to like both lineups, like both Uranus and Bosskurr.
The question is whether or not the early game items coming in from TODAK is going to be enough to deal with the DPS coming in from RED Reborn. Like, if TODAK is able to get a lead onto the Uranus as well as the Bosskurr, they will at least have an opportunity. The first item will allow them to survive a full burst of their ultimates from either Harith or even the Helker here. But now the lock-in coming in from Moon, looks like they have locked in the Natalia.
Is this Chiku's Natalia though? I've never seen Chiku play Natalia.
It could be, it could not be. We're just gonna have to wait and see when they start rotating it around.
No, okay, I'm just really concerned because right now we are already approaching this already in the second ban phase here. Instantly getting rid of not just a great controller initiator, but also a playmaker as well, because that's pretty much what RED Reborn is currently lacking right now. A really dedicated initiator, frontliner to ensure, and most importantly, peel. I wouldn't be surprised if RED Reborn tends to even want to take the Ruby for themselves, but remember, TODAK will be having that first pick first before RED Reborn here.
Yep, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, they get rid of the Claude this time round. Kind of an interesting pick considering, I mean, they have picked their hyper carry for themselves, so I guess at this point they're just making sure that they don't have any other options here. Roger is out, Wan is out, but carry is still available, but they would rather...
Oh, yeah.
No, they would rather deal with the carry because carry has to get up quite up and close to actually, you know, be in range, and Hellkirk doesn't mind that at all. It's like, yes, come in close and jumps right on top of her.
Yeah, but then again, there's really not to say a major reason why TODAK should go for the carry. Not to say it's not an option, it's just more like, why should they go for the carry inside this drafting right now against three of these heroes, which is not only very mobile, very good at getting on top of marksman, by the way. So, ooh, but then again, they're also really good at dealing with assassins. Ah, so tough.
I feel like it's gonna end up either being Ling or just back to Lancelot once again for TODAK. I mean, arguably Hayabusa, but then you're gonna be lacking so much damage from your side of the team.
Oh man. Oh, then again, we can also...
Oh yeah, there's Yi Shin as well.
Yeah, there's Yi Shin, but like I said, marksman is just easily picked up by a lot of these assassins here.
Yeah, it's a tough call. It really is a tough call.
Or they could just go straight up all fighters again.
They could. That's why I'm kind of interested with the Natalia pick here because they lack so much damage. I would have preferred to see something like, you know, a Eudora Natalia where you can almost guarantee to kill every single time.
But then again, they still haven't really revealed their mage pick yet either. So maybe that mage pick could be the Eudora, could be the...
what else is there? I mean, there is Farsa.
Like, what's the priorities here? Do they want to lockdown? Do they want to control? Control and lockdown and the mage as well. That's only Cyclops. That's the only thing I can think of.
Cyclops, I mean, the Ruby, okay, fine. But
that's a standard one. They have to take it because if they don't take it, Red Reborn will take it for themselves.
For sure, for sure. I mean, Red Reborn overall, I mean, the composition... It's a solid damage lineup, but now they need something in the front lines to actually withstand most of this damage here. They're still missing a dedicated tank, which they don't necessarily need if they don't want to go in that direction, but I think they might have to.
I mean, both Jawhead and Tigreal is still in the pool for them if they really want to go.
Kufra as well.
Oh yes, Kufra, but then again, there's not really much you can really control here though.
Yeah.
Like, would you want to jump? Would you want to be fully committed in front of three beefy boys here?
Beefy boys.
I mean, yes, Ruby. Okay, yes, Ruby's a girl, but let's be honest, her sustain is ridiculous. So
yeah, the sustain is going to be quite an issue for this team composition. Like,
yeah?
Okay, all right, fair enough. Something with more disengage as well as the Hilda as well to be a little bit more aggressive. All right, it looks like they're going all in, trying to be, you know, trying to dominate early to mid game here in comparison to TODAK, who will look to kind of just play it slow, shred, peel, and allow Moon to potentially go for pickoffs if they are low enough.
I mean, it all depends whether Moon or Chico is going to be playing this Natalia in this last pick though. But the thing is, would you want them to opt for a mage pick here or not?
I would say yes.
If yes, then would it be a Valir?
Valir's are pretty good. I was thinking Chang'e initially. It's good that you brought up the Valir because that is going to be a natural way to get rid of, like, Akai comes in with a 1,000-pounder, you just searing touring him away. Hilda's running towards you push him away. Harith comes in, you push him away. It is good, but then TODAK's composition just looks broken. Broken not even in a good sense. Broken as in, like, it's not really going to fit.
But either way, they're feeling, Chico's still feeling very comfortable and very confident with his teammates as well. Going to be bringing in the Lancelot regardless of what he's going to be up against as well.
I think he kind of has to. They have to play for those early power spikes. If not, Natalia is going to have no opportunities to actually chunk somebody out. So, you know, having these high burst heroes, people who can kind of slow down the pace of the fight so they can actually take their time and come into different angles, that's the kind of beauty of TODAK's composition. But they don't have a lot of early game potential here, which is a little bit frustrating. There's a lot of ways to kind of just play around the Lancelot and not take his full damage. So as long as you don't get poked out super early on, Red Reborn should absolutely be okay. Mid game is going to be super spicy though.
So in this case, are we looking at the fact that Red Reborn is just going to be trying to turtle down and just sustain all the way towards the...
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Red Reborn going to be on the attack whenever they can. Because, I mean, you do have the Selena, so you're just waiting for level 2 to come by.
True.
Wait for an opportunity to start taking out one of these cores. Ideally, you would want to get rid of Natalia because she's the easiest target. But, you know, these tanks, they are going to have to do a lot of work in these first 3 minutes in the game.
Speaking of game as well, ladies and gentlemen, we're already inside the second game of the playoffs here between Red Reborn and Team TODAK. Who's going to take this game? Comment down in the comment section below. Vote and give a shout out to your favorite teams because both of these teams are going head to head with each other with full of vigor.
Oh, look at Moon. He's already walking up to this buff. He wants to, but really, really smart. Abyssal Trap coming in from Chakbu, purposely putting some into the trap itself. He doesn't steal it. Thankfully, Aaron was ready. Formez, he walks into another trap, slowing him for half a second, and the vision is so important. X-Ray forcing the flicker out of the way, and now is recalling. Well done. Great setup from RED Reborn, expecting and anticipating the invade on that red buff.
Yeah, and especially as well, like RED Reborn, I believe their aggression is going to be a little bit later as well, because of the fact that this Hilda is not going to be playing the roaming one as well. It's going to be playing that side lane as in the hands of CeeLo going up against Formez. But then again, remember, we're talking about Hilda here. Got quite an amount of damage. Definitely will have even more once CeeLo starts getting that stack on in ultimate. But with his passive alone, he's going to be able to out-sustain this Ruby in lane.
Yeah, I mean, he does have high and dry on top of that, so he's going to be sticking in lane as much as he can, and rest of the team looking to harass once more. But what's the battle plan coming in? Oh, wait, TODAK is going to be jumping onto Aaron here. Just a quick tap, love tap, just to make sure that, hey, by the way, you got to be careful with where you walk around. Just a constant reminder. Oh, CeeLo able to take it away, but now he is getting absolutely shredded out by everyone else. It's not going to matter. CeeLo just needs to get into the brush, and he's going to get back his health. He gets it once more, runs on over to the mid lane, and what looked to be a potential free kill, they just forgot it's just Hilda things.
Yeah. It's just Hilda in this game. It's just one of those games where you just be like, it's just Hilda. And what's even better than the fact that as well, that RED Reborn, the rest of the team doesn't really need to go and really back him up either, because they're just like, hey, they don't really have enough burst. They already committed a majority of their skill trying to kill CeeLo here. There's no point. But then again, CeeLo, he's gonna be able to, he has to let this tower be taken away as much as possible. Ooh, get the Dawn Rose, followed by the Iron Offender as well, instantly underestimating the amount of damage that team, both Chico and Axel is able to bring up towards this game. Punched him really hard.
Yeah, but now RED Reborn on the attack this time. Aaron now in a lot of trouble. Bullets down, the Dark Knight rises. Dark Knight falls. He needs to go back into the fight. He wants to, but he's going to allow he's going to allow Mom to pick up that kill because he couldn't risk it for the biscuit there. But at the very least, I mean, he did try. You can see him walk up, use the retribution, thinking that he'll get the kill. Didn't get the kill. All right, it's all you, Mom. I'm not going to risk it.
Yeah, but then again, remember, Moon was blind as well, you know. He was like, I can't see. His whole team is like, did you kill him? I can't see. I can't see the guy.
Yeah.
All I see is a fat panda.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah, it really is. Like, especially when you're so close and not only getting double buffs for yourself, but most importantly, almost picking up one of the crucial call members inside the game.
Yeah, no, that would have been a huge swing into the favor of TODAK if Moon was able to pick up that kill onto Aaron. And luckily, Aaron, you know, he still got the moves. He still got the moves to hold them back. Overall, it is a pretty good start. I do think they did make quite a mistake there up on top side, CeeLo especially, because he couldn't really control the lane at that point. He just had to give it up because going in, you're going to get dove under turret, and then they're still going to get the turret anyways. So at that point, you're just sitting back waiting for your wave to come in.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think you should have just left the lane. Like, yes, the tower, they already hit the tower. You already know that you're not even level 4, remember? CeeLo wasn't level 4, he was only level 3. Chico was 2 levels ahead of him, and Formez has his ultimate fully HP, ready to go. And let's be honest as well, even if Formez gets targeted by the tower, it's going to take him a while to be shot down too.
Yeah, I mean, he was full HP on top of everything else. I think, well, personally, I think there's two lines of thought here. Either you wait for the wave or you don't go there at all. You wait for the wave, but unfortunately, they're going to have some form of spell vamp into the Festival of Blood, and that's pretty effective on Ruby in general. And that just buys a lot more time under the turret. That could, like, you know, the wave comes in, you just do one ability, and then bam, you can take one more tower shot.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he was just hoping to hit that level 4, because remember, there was still minions being hit by that tower.
I guess, but I don't even think that the Hilda ultimate there would have changed anything.
I mean,
really.
I'm just trying to predict what CeeLo is trying to think there. You know, that's our job, right?
Yeah, I guess, but you know, at the end of things, it was a mistake. Like, there's no real way of getting out of that one. And I think, you know, either I wait for the rest of your team, or you just kind of just back away and give it up. And I think he just refused to let it refused to actually let it work. And if he was playing another type of fighter that had some sort of sustain, or at the very least CC, then I think that would have changed the dynamic a little bit more.
I mean, this pretty much brings back to what I was saying just now as well, like where I was stating, like, are they going to be turning up or not? Because when I noticed that both of them, yes, they have 2 great front line and control, but then again, I just remember that Hilda will not be a roaming one. It's going to be in the side lanes. There's no way he's going to be invading. There's no way he's going to be applying pressure at all. Akai can do some pressure to a certain degree, but I do not want to think that you want to risk yourself as well, because you don't really have that many escapes or that much damage either to win that early game.
Well, I mean, it's about that. It's either you peel and then just wait for level 4, then you can become like a proactive player, and then that's when you really get the ball rolling. But I have to admit, TODAK's dives have been super clean for these past 2 games. Like, they've been juggling aggro, turret aggro so well. Like, both heroes come out as if they didn't got hit at all. It's like, oh, I just lost like, 100 HP at most.
I mean, I guess it's pretty much like, it's not like these heroes, they didn't really play this hero many times. They played all the time. It's pretty much their comfort picks in this case here.
Well, yeah, I just think that the efficiency at which they're playing with now in the playoffs compared to their regular season, such a big difference. Like, Chiku, he was juggling aggro like a pro. He took aggro first, got out of aggro to allow X-Ray to get aggro, and then just finished off the kill like it was nothing. So it's just pure efficiency.
But then again, while the turtle is going to be safely secured by Team TODAK, bottom lane, however, we're going to be seeing our dear friend Mal almost got burst down by 4-Mans himself. But here but 4-Mans was able to sidestep out of the dash trident as well. Still able to sustain, but sadly, not long enough, because we're talking about 3 damage dealer nuking upon him.
Yeah, but the rest of TODAK here are looking to take control over this blue buff, and Red can't really do anything about it. It's going to be 3 members down onto the bot side here. Chiku takes the buff away. Mom is going to get some damage onto Chapu for now, but he's going to get absolutely destroyed by Aaron with that red buff on top of him. The Stinger's not missing the targets.
And especially with that kill as well, Aaron's going to be able to pick up the Raptors machete, but sadly would not be able to get his own blue, because that jungle invasion coming from TODAK, instantly spotting out the fact that Aaron was at bot lane, killing 4-Mans. They instantly reacted. Communication is very clean. I love it.
Yeah,
they do.
The rotations are coming in quick and nice, but I don't know. TODAK making a pretty significant mistake there. Like, well, what were you hoping for? What were you really hoping for? I guess he was estimating that he had enough damage to like get her below the insta-kill threshold, and then it was just like, oh, I'm a little bit off. Sorry guys, I'm about to die, and then he just goes.
So I feel like it was like a John Cena moment. You know? you drop the smoke bombs and you're like, you can't see.
You can't hit me. I'm visible. But yeah, Natalia is super squishy. So there's nothing much that she could do there. It was really a bit of a gamble. I mean, I don't know. Do you think the gamble was necessary?
I mean, it's the same case with all assassins, right? They're all soft in the end. But yes, but the gamble, is coming back to your question, whether the gamble was necessary, I think not. Really, I don't think so. You shouldn't know. Maybe because of the communication or the fact that his team in 4-Mans told him, saying like Harif was like Mal was very low, which he was, but he regenerated back already. So I think he just came to the bot lane just having the assumption that the fact that maybe Mal is still here, still very low, I can burst him down. But then of course he has his own personal regen spell, so he's going to be able to regen back. And I think the minute he realizes it's too late because he got spotted in the bush, and he just ended up clashing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm assuming here.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to wait for the highlights to kind of double check that.
Yeah.
I mean, the rotation was on point, but at a certain point it was like, okay, so what's the objective here? Like, are you trying to clear the wave? Are you trying to go for the kill? And it looks like he went for the kill instead of the wave there. So, I mean, it's just one of those split-second decisions that most players make.
I mean, if he goes to the wave, I will clap my hands for you, because there were like 3 of them there.
Yeah, the wave was not very appetizing. Like, it really wasn't.
It's like I'm pretty sure like RED Reborn, like Mal, they all thinking like, where is he? Where is he? This just like right behind him, just like, hey guys, just taking the minions, you know.
what you doing, buddies? Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
Just stripping the minions, you know.
just proxying your waves. No big deal. Look away. Just doing my job.
10, 15 goals, you know.
Oh boy. Yeah, a really tough situation that I kind of make a decision for, and I think. I'm not entirely sure how this game is going to go, because I feel like TODAK is being way more efficient with their moves. RED Reborn are just very slow on the rotation and those proactive plays.
No, it literally just comes down to the team fight, because let's be honest, with their lineup which they currently have, they need to go for team fights. They cannot go for, yes, they can go for picked off like 5 of them just stick together and go for pickups. Yes, that is possible. But they cannot allow Team TODAK to do that against them. They need to stick. They need to keep pushing as much as possible, because now they're being split off. That just allows Chiku to just constantly dive upon them. time and time again. And let's be honest, E1, he's pretty much just getting his levels and cash from just getting assist kills here.
Yeah, he basically is. And I mean, he's pretty happy at being at level 4 with the rest of the team. I mean, Chiku, he is leagues ahead. He is already level 7. But not to mention, Red Reborn, at the very least, Aaron is keeping up with him. You know, 1 level differential, not that big of a deal. He's got 2 kills under his belt while Chiku only has 1 on top of an assist. So technically, Aaron should have more gold. But I mean, Chiku has been pretty proactive in these invades.
Yeah, and he's been taking the blue buffs as well. But anyway, Chiku just casually showing himself towards CeeLo. He knows CeeLo can't really do much to it, and E1 doing a fantastic job holding down E1 because he knows he has his revitalization as well. Pops open the toys for poise as well, trying to burn a little bit of that regen.
Yeah, just to kind of not even burn away the regen, but just to zone them off. It's like, hey, you want to come to my team? You got to step through this, and it's going to slow you down just ever so slightly.
I mean, it's the it's the E1 special, the Sona. You know, Sona is really good for the skin and everything, right?
Great zoning technique overall. Now, Red, I mean, all right. Tries to pin him against the wall. We didn't see the whole thing. We only saw the second quarter of that initial Hurricane Dance. So I can't really say too much about it. But CeeLo, once again, he is just struggling in the side lane.
I mean, you want to see who spins or rolls battle, right? In this case, but either way, second turtle is going to be safely secured by Team TODAK. But Moon instantly gets caught off guard by Aaron. Instantly go for the silent. But with the smoke ball as well, going to be able to sustain and buy it as much time as possible to allow Team TODAK to secure that turtle.
Yep, turtle is going to be secured once more. Oh, wait, hold up! What? Whoa! Whoa! I did not expect that to land, but now, I mean, even with the Xamon Force already being popped, the perfect execution coming through Mal. He's sustaining all that damage with that shield. He's got some fast fingers.
Oh man, but then it gets not as fast with as that abyssal arrow. Seriously, that one arrow really put X-Ray in a really uncomfortable situation.
I didn't even see it. Chapu just using the chaos as a way to kind of hide the arrow amongst his teammates, and I don't think they were ready for that for the side of TODAK.
Pretty much in that situation, pretty much he's just telling his teammates, just hug the arrow, cover the arrow. Don't let them see it coming until it's too late. By the way, now E1 just doing a really fantastic job, just constantly roaming around, zoning as much as possible, giving information, because remember, in this game, vision is pretty much everything here.
Yeah, vision is pretty much everything, and it's the support's job to kind of feed that information back to your team so they can make the best decision possible. But remember, 2 turrets to 1 in favor of TODAK. They've got the side lanes on lock. If they keep playing the side lane game, I think they should have this game in the bag.
Yeah, and let's be honest, although there is some difference, it's not really significant just of yet. So RED Reborn still has a chance to really turn things around back into his favor. And let's be honest, their team fight looks a little bit more scary compared to Team TODAK.
Yeah. Once again, Mom just zoning out E1, trying to make it difficult for him to get under the safety of his turret. However, side lanes, once again, TODAK is playing this well. Uranus, he's getting a free push every single time, and nobody has come down to stop him. Even Chico, he's like, yeah, let's do this.
Oh no, Mal is actually going to be jumping right into the mix of 4 Mass and Chico. But CeeLo was able to rotate down all the way down just in time to try to zone the rest of the team. But TODAK will still be able to secure that 3rd tower into the game, and E1 is going to bring the pain to Mom as well.
Yep, once again. The stingers do land Aaron. He wants to go in, but he can't commit to it. CeeLo, he's getting some damage in him. However, he's already used his ultimate. Once again, the Xamon Force is out coming in from Mal. Chrono Dashes are doing some work here, but Revitalize is going to protect him through. Chico absolutely one-shotting his opponents. He wants to get on top of Chakmu, but Formezi is going to be running on top, absorbing turret damage along the way. Mal on his way, 1,000 pounds, makes it out. The I'm offended, pulls in CeeLo, forcing him to get out. Moon, how is Moon still alive after all of that? And that's going to be a quadra here for the side of TODAK, taking out RED Reborn and moving over to the turtle.
X-Ray, you are a madman! He actually saved Moon at the same time. While he's controlling, while he's doing damage, he ensured that his ultimate was saved at the most opportune moment. 100% executed effectiveness and efficiency coming up from this team here.
Boy.
Man, it's beautiful, dude.
It really was, because it came down to when was Aaron's silence gonna come offline. They were just waiting for an opportunity. Someone initially gets stunned by it. All right, whatever. I'm just gonna wait my time, go out of the fight, come back in the moment the silence is over and just wreak havoc into that mid line. Like, just everybody in the middle. If you're in the front, you're going to be dead. If you're in the far back, you're probably not even in the fight. If you're in the middle of the pack, you're probably going to die.
Let's be honest, whether he's in the front of the pack or the back of the pack, let's be honest, as long as Chico is in range, you're gonna die. Oh man, but what's really beautiful about that last clash as well is that the fact that they actually just jump on top of Aaron because they just know, like, Aaron, the only reason why he's engaged by enemy, speaking of engagement, Mom Beautiful jumped in, logs down 4-man, pushed him to the wall with the Hurricane Dance. It's gonna be forcing the rest of the member of Team TODAK to fall back. But I don't think they just want to stop here. They want to try to look for even more.
Yeah, and I think they can look for a lot more here. And right now, I think TODAK, they've got a good understanding of what Red Reborn's composition wants to do and is trying to look for in their lineup. So now they're looking to be like, all right, you can team fight as much as you want, but we're going to try and break the map as much as we can. Like, look at the way that they're playing this. They're not fully engaging at all. Even for Mezzi, he's just coming by, hello, one Ionic Edge, walks away.
But then again, it's just, let's be honest, I think we both had to say it at the same time, right? It's just Uranus, right? It's just Uranus, right?
It's just Uranus things. Yeah,
it's just Uranus things. It's like if I had to pick between which one's worse, Hilda or Uranus, I'm still gonna say it's Uranus.
Yeah. I think hands down, it has to be Uranus here. Now TODAK looking to rotate down to the bottom side jungle and taking absolutely everything of their own. Red Reborn can't really do too much about this. Silo takes a little bit of damage, but he just absorbs it all. He knows he's the tank. Mal, he is not wanting to get too deep into this fight. Yes, he does have Impure Rage, so he can deal the damage, but it really is just a complete waste of time. TODAK getting zoned out here once more. Aaron actually going in on this fight after the Hurricane Dance. The stun landing. Mom, he's trying to pick off X-Ray, but he refuses to go, and he goes, pulled back by the I'm Offended. The rest of the team looking back as Formezi chunks out the rest of the team with the Ionic Edge, and that's going to allow E1 to jump right into the middle with the Shield Unity to take them out. 2 tanks is all they need to push Red Reborn back into a corner.
Really well played as well, like literally forcing Bomb to pop off the Hurricane Dance just to allow them to secure that blue. And literally in this situation, we pretty much can say blue or life. In this case, they chose blue and had to sacrifice both of their lives. And what's even better, Moon is still trying to apply even more aggression, followed by 4-Mans. And 4-Mans already picking up the Oracle as well. He's going to be able to sustain and regen so much, and he's really confident at going for those tower dives.
Yeah, and it's... I mean, TODAK is moving with a lot of confidence, and we haven't seen that in a long, long time. You can see them kind of like pick up the pace later on in the regular season, but now just out of the gates, they are absolutely just flooding the entire map.
Oh, man. Still love that EVOS. But then again, yes, the reason why they are flooding out the flood again because a lot of conditions was already been achieved for them as well. By the way, 4-Man is going to be doing a couple of rotation and zoning out as well. Going to be popping a lot of these abyssal traps to really try to zone them out. And E1 being aggressive with his Mom, jumping in with the Hurricane Dance, pulling him all the way back. But 4-Man pulls Bomb all the way back into the clutches of Chiku, but then Chiku instantly gets assassinated, gets burst down as well. But the Lord hammering down the bottom inhibitor. E1 trying his best to try to slow things down as much as possible. Pops off the revitalization, but eventually he will fall for 4-Mans with the Ionic Age. Picks up 1, almost get the second one, and thank God CeeLo gets back to the fountain. And now all they have to do is hold down the line as long as possible. And CeeLo, he can't do this alone. Moon is just doing so much damage, and TODAK closes game 2 here with a clean 2-0 in the first day of the playoffs.
Woo! What a game that was. Blanket Buff really making the difference here. Look at that. Moon had a difficult job to do against the lineup that just refused to fall into his clutches, but with the help of everybody, they were able to kind of pull it together. But let's throw it over to the analyst.